Okay, good evening, friends. Yes, I know it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be because I'm talking. Anyways, new channel. The old one got deleted, something with the algorithm. I had uploaded a bunch of videos, but they were all private. But for whatever reason, YouTube was saying something about copyright strike. I'm like, copyright? They're not even public. But anyways, it doesn't matter. What I wanted to talk about today was the Michael Jackson mother going to court for her son's shit. So BG, whatever his name is, Bigelow, I don't know. Blanket, whatever, I don't know. So evidently Blanket came out and said she shouldn't be able to use money from the estate to keep going to court. I guess he feels, I understand where he's coming from. He feels like you're making them people rich, $500,000 at a time, trying to fight for something that you're never going to get, whatever. But you have to understand, she's looking at the bigger picture. This is the bigger picture. I'll try to break it down in a nutshell. Michael Jackson kids get so much money. They get so much, I believe, at 18. They get so much when they hit 30 or whatever. And then that's it. That's it. His mother will receive money until she passes away. And that's it. So that is what it is. She's looking at the long game. The long game is Michael Jackson. He was who he was. It's a brand. And we all know Michael did not want Sony to have we definitely know that. That's why he was talking about taking them to court after the tour was over. That's, this is it. I don't want to really say too much because too much has already been said. A lot of people feel that it is what it is. I mean, hey, got to remember the doctor that Michael had, who brought that doctor to Michael. Do your research. You already know. I don't have to go over it. But she's looking at the long game, and the long game is, her son did something that nobody to date, has pretty much not accomplished. I'm just saying, if I had a son who was making music and biggest thing on the planet, Michael was Michael was like the biggest entertainer ever. I mean, he was the man. And he didn't want Sony to have it. Somehow he died before he could go to court because he wanted to go to court and get the rights to all of his, he wanted to get his rights to his stuff. And unfortunately, he OD'd, as so many musicians have, interestingly. But so he OD'd, they said, and whatever. But this is what I know. His kids are going to get so much money. His mom's going to get so much money, and charities. I think he set that up perpetuity. They get like 10 or 20% in perpetuity. When his mother passes away, and after them kids get that last check, you're going to see Michael Jackson everything, Walmart, Target, everywhere. Why? Because now that's their money. You're going to see Michael Jackson shirts, apparel. You're going to see every book's going to be redistributed because Michael wrote a couple of books. You gonna see everything. Michael Jackson CD box sets. You gonna see so much stuff from Michael for sale once that woman passes, because now, mind you, she gets so much money. I think it's like $86,000 a month or something like that. But what she's fighting for is what's right. If my son would have been an entertainer and he's got an estate that's huge, yeah, I want full control over that. I don't want the record label that he was on, or the distribution. I don't want them to have that. I want to have it, because it's not about, I know some people, oh, too greedy. Oh, she gets so much money and she's lived a good life, but it's her son. And it's not about greed on her part. It's about everybody having money in perpetuity. See, at first I had to think about it, because I was like, oh, maybe he's right, But then I thought about it and I said, no, first of all, you ain't even Michael Jackson's real kid. None of you are. How you gonna say something? No, that woman's doing the right thing because she's his mother. She's trying to make it so everybody can have money in the family in perpetuity. Otherwise, she gonna get so much money, then she die. Then, let's see, the kids get so much money, it's gonna be up to them to do whatever they do with it. They like, hey, I got 100 million, and well, that's great. You got 100 million. Good for you. But it's about your kids. Don't you want them to have money? Or you want them to be like, I heard our great grandfather, Blanket was rich. Because money only lasts so long. Unless you reinvest it or get into something and start your own, brand. Well, see, Michael did that. He had his own brand. He had all kinds of stuff. I don't even want to go. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you already know what Michael had. He had all kinds of stuff. And a majority of that stuff is controlled by Sony, which he did not. Everybody knows Michael did not want Sony to have that. I don't even know how they pulled that off. But they did. She wants to have those rights in the family. That way they can do what they need to do to own and establish that brand. And, once she has those rights, those people have worked in the industry. She's got sons and daughters. They know how to do whatever. And it allows, the family to make that money. I'm just saying, if anybody has the right to benefit off of Michael's hard work, it's his family, not Sony. It ain't Sony Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And so, in my opinion, for any of Michael Jackson's kids to say anything about that estate, to me is, boy, somebody took you from nothing and made you richer than you would have ever been in your life on your own. You ain't got the right to say nothing to nobody. Sitting up here talking about she shouldn't be able to use funds from the estate. Boy, that's Sony's estate. What are you talking about? That's Sony. Sony owned that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nothing like it. The short-sightedness of it all. But when you're young, the old young and dumb. Boy, your daddy, well, your stepdaddy, he wasn't biological, but whatever he was, he took the three of you and made you richer than you would. Please, are you kidding me? You were nothing. He gave you something. You were sinking. He put you in a yacht. You were walking to school. He put you in a Rolls Royce. I mean, are you serious? You got the nerve to sit up and say that his mother shouldn't be able to use estate money to go after. You got to be kidding me. Boy, the drama gets so deep. I'm just saying, you're talking about three individuals who had nothing. And because of this man's name, they're multi-millionaires. Their kids' gonna have money. Their kids' kids will have money. Because $100 million is a lot of money. But what I'm saying is, if anything, y'all should be going after Sony. I'm keeping it real. Y'all should be going after Sony. Shit. I'm gonna let them people sit up and gonna make money off this, but that boy Michael Jackson is a cash cow. Put it this way, Elvis Presley was the only one that was anywhere near Michael Jackson's stature. Okay, who owns the rights to his shit? Who's controlling his shit? Family, exactly. So you're saying a white man can go and make some music and the family running the shit, but then black man go out and make some music. That's a Sony, brother. Anyways, I just can't believe the but they're young, so I understand, I mean, they don't know what it's like to not have nothing. They don't know. They were born into money. I put it like this: you're gonna have so much money, but believe me, people have blown 100 million. It ain't hard to do, especially in this world. You can blow some money. You can make some bad business choices and blow $100 million. What his mother is doing is 100% right. She should be going after everything. Elvis Presley's all that stuff, all his estate, that's all under his up under his family. I'm sure, or a majority of it is, or some of it is. With Michael Jackson, ain't none of it. There is nothing that Michael Jackson has done that is under the control of his family. Why is that? Why is that? I mean, I'm really surprised they didn't turn Neverland. They've just handled it so badly. Neverland should have been turned into a Michael Jackson memorial. Michael should have been buried at Neverland. Oh man, they just, everything they done. Okay, so they sold Neverland. I believe Neverland has new owners now, I believe. I just don't understand. How can you, I couldn't believe when they did that, because I said, oh, Neverland, oh man, they're going to bury Michael there and, have it like Graceland. Not saying Elvis Presley is buried at Graceland, because I'm sure he's not, but still, don't matter. The point is, Neverland should have been preserved. And, oh, hell, man, do you know how much money they could have made up off Neverland? They could have made so much money off Neverland. Hey, I grew up watching Michael's music and his videos. I would have hopped on a plane and went to wherever I had to go. If Neverland would have been turned into a memorial for Michael, I would have went there and visited and paid $200 or $300 or whatever it was to get in. Hell yeah. People love that man. I don't care what anybody says, no matter how many accusations thrown around. People love that man. He's the greatest entertainer of all time. He did things. You got to think about it. Michael was a black man doing things as a black man that people can't even do today. So it is what it is. When they talk about, oh yeah, we gonna sell Neverland or whatever, because initially the media had said, oh, Michael died broke. I mean, that's what kills me. When Michael died, it was all over the news. He's broke. He owes $80 million. He's broke. Living with friends and poor, and then some kids who isn't even biologically his sitting up with $100 million of his money, gonna sit up and say, our grandmother, she needs to let it go. Really? Please, y'all lucky. Y'all, Michael Jackson's children, lucky y'all got anything. For real. They only did that because they didn't want there to be total chaos. Because, I mean, somebody could have easily, kids, if they do something wrong, don't get nothing. But, the only reason the kids got Buddy was because everybody knows how Michael Jackson felt about children. He truly cared about children, and they knew damn well his kids would have to get something. If his kids wouldn't have, if it would have came out that Michael's kids ain't getting no money, it would have been it would have been some stuff. But I'm just saying, you got all this money for nothing. I mean, just because you were born into it. Y'all should be supporting his mother. I can't believe you're not. You should be. She's trying to have that. That's that man's legacy, not Sony's. Straight up. Real talk. That's the Jackson legacy. Put it this way, 10 years from now, when y'all doing whatever y'all doing, making movies or whatever, that's great. You still gonna be known as Michael Jackson's children. Just know there is nothing that you can do in this world that will make you bigger than your dad. Nothing. No matter what you do, no matter if you started a Pito Beto business that ended up being bigger than Amazon, it would not matter. You'll always be Michael Jackson's children. For that reason alone, you shouldn't want to let it go. I'm keeping it real. She shouldn't be able to use estate money for these frivolous lawsuits. Why shouldn't she? She's trying to keep the legacy in the family under where it belongs. Sony is not Michael Jackson. Sony, please, Michael was trying to get away from. I mean, I'm sure y'all know this. You're his children, right? I mean, to hear his children say something like that, I mean, she shouldn't be able to use estate money? You should. Okay, well, you give yours up. Go give back that $2.5 million house you bought. Live on the streets. Live off your own merit. There you go. Live off your own merit. There you go. Anyways, I just thought I had to say something about it because it was on my mind, and I'm just like, this man made y'all rich. This man made y'all only somebody because of who he was. If Michael Jackson would have been a plumber, nobody would know who you are. For that reason alone, you should be spending your money on lawsuits trying to get the rights to his shit. But I mean, I saw this coming. I already knew. I knew this when Michael was still alive. I said them kids gonna end up being a big disappointment. I knew that. I said, because ain't none of them kids really his, and they gonna get a lot of money when he dead. And watch, it's gonna be a chaos, and that's just what it's been. I mean, how you gonna sit up? How you gonna sit up and be Michael Jackson's kids and go, oh, we don't want to leave it alone? Really? Just let the legacy go. I mean, and they try to make it seem like people like y'all. I never did understand why he had them big peppermint schnapps head kids. I don't know. I knew it was gonna be bad. I said, He took two little white kids and another little kid looked like he might be mixed with some kind of Hispanic, and I said, them kids gonna end up being, it's gonna be a problem. I knew that because they think, well, they thinking like, hey, hey, I'm Michael Jackson's kid. I got $100 million. Okay, $100 million ain't lifetime. That's money for you, but that ain't money for generations. Not unless what do y'all do something big. I think the girl, she's what, a model? Okay, that's great. She'll end up marrying somebody rich. And, you know, her last name will change when she gets married. And then you have the two boys. It's amazing what having money does. I mean, what is his kid? His kids ain't did nothing. I don't even. He said he likes movies. Somebody born into wealth ain't did nothing trying to tell somebody's mama what to do. Man, you gotta be kidding me. They did. They ain't even black. Boy. That's amazing. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. So hopefully something will happen. I'm not sure what will happen, but yeah, I applaud his mother for doing what she's doing. Real talk. She's fighting for her son's legacy, the family's legacy. I mean, hey, that's her son. Shouldn't be able to use estate money. Y'all shouldn't be able to use estate money. What y'all done did besides being born? Please get up out of here. I mean, I'm just saying, the audacity. The woman raised that boy. Right or wrong, good or bad, black or white, it don't matter. That's her son. She's supposed to do that. If she wasn't doing it, I'd be like, what's wrong with this woman? That was her son. She knew how he felt. I'm sure they talked. I mean, the younger generation. I got $100 million. I got $100 million. Okay, well, $100 million. That's a good chunk of money. Okay, well, I just no. You know why he Well, it don't matter because they're going to get so much money, then that's it. Once they get their last little check at 30, they're done. So that's it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you don't want her to get control over the estate because she might cut their ass out. Oh, you're 29? Oh, well. Well, they really couldn't overrule that because Michael put that in his will, like, supposedly. They can't really overrule that, but it's a travesty. 2024, and just like Sam Cooke and Otis Redding. Simply amazing.